All right, welcome back to Pugmire Pioneer Puppers, episode 10.
Oh my god, we're
We have
double digits!
just hit double digits.
That's
Woo!
amazing.
I love that
I
for
know.
us.
And, yes, last episode was delayed because I used some new music, and I'm not doing that again. I do still have music, but I double checked and made sure this was copyright free,
No more Inuyasha.
unfortunately.
No, no more Attack on Titan. Man,
Attack on Titan wasn't the one that set it off, was it?
No, I sent you the list. It was,
Yeah. I
oh
remember being
no.
like Inuyasha and Naruto.
Oh no, don't
the
tell me.
Inuyasha?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it set it off. Yeah. I also was like, huh.
Well, good on you, Inuyasha. On one hand, like, damn, we love us some Inuyasha.
We do love some Inuyasha, but it set off the copyright, and I was like, out of all the ones that played, I'm kind of
that's
surprised it's Inuyasha.
Not surprised on the Naruto thing, though.
No,
No,
not as
not
surprised by
really.
Naruto, but also still like, damn Naruto.
Oh
Um,
no, Theobot is down.
no, it's okay. We can go without music if we need
Yeah,
to.
we'll have to. Unfortunately.
I'll make our own music. I'll sing.
I fully expect you in the background of every serious moment this entire session. Just sing. Full volume, full strength.
Alright, so we will be coming in. This is 5 days after the group has returned to Pugmire, and they are settling down and getting a well-deserved rest and relaxation after the quite chaotic several days. So, the in the preceding days, there has been a ball and quite a grand feast that lasted for 3 days straight. And then the party has been resting for the subsequent 2 days afterwards.
Oh hell yeah! Getting some good naps, maybe like getting some of the road time off.
Mhm.
Hell yeah!
Spa day.
Spa day.
Yes,
Monday.
actually, spa day.
Spa day.
Spa day.
So, the party does have 50% off coupons to Mr. Meow's Groomers.
Hey, it's not the party, it's Rosabella.
Fair. Rosabella does have 50%
Well,
off coupons.
didn't she give them to Alexandria?
No,
Oh my god,
she kept them in spite. She kept them in spite.
So, as a commemorative gift from the king himself, and because of your absolutely monumental help in the tricky diplomatic talks, the group themselves has also gotten a 3-day, all expenses paid vacation at the Pause 4 Resort.
A resort?
Yes.
Man, we're living like kings.
We are living like
Yes.
kings.
So the Pause 4 Resort is your typical spa type atmosphere. There is massage, there are swimming pools, there are saunas. There is actually a what is called a anti-gravity training facility, which is just a bunch of weight stuff in a pool.
Ooh, but still.
Yep. And there is a full makeover station that is pedicure, manicure, haircuts, dyes, all of that.
Oh my god, Alexandria is going to be thriving.
This is an establishment that is most generally visited by nobles, and now, technically, the entire party are nobles.
Oh,
Woo-woo.
hell yeah. I guess I
We
should
love
move
that.
all of us. Just in technicality.
Yep. So you can either go to the groomer or you can go to the resort first.
Here's the thing. I feel like going to the groomer first would probably be the better idea.
Mhm.
Because we probably all look a little rough, and if a lot of nobles are at the Pause 4 resort, if it's a very common place visited by nobles, I assume even though it's a place you can get makeovers, you show up looking like 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So I definitely think Alexandria would vote to go get groomed first.
Yeah, they're not exactly the zero to hero type of makeovers. They're more the what movie star do you want to look like today, madam? Kind of
Mm-hmm.
makeovers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So would the party be willing to go to Mr. Meow's first?
Yeah, might as well.
Use the coupons.
Yep. You use the coupons. It is typically would be about 20 plastic coins, but with the coupons you get in for 10 each. This is the only
Nice.
thing that there are very few things that actually have a monetary value to them. So
Mm-hmm.
this is considered affordable about once every 2 months by
Oh
most
god.
commoner standards.
Oh. For a noble, how often would it be affordable?
They would never go to Mr. Meow's.
Okay,
They have
cool.
their own
Cool.
facilities.
Cool. So it is probably like Alexandria's keeping her head a little bit lower here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not uncommon to see celebrities in here, but
Mm-hmm.
most generally they are not nobility.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
So it's not like a dishonorable establishment. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the difference between going to the Ritz or going to I don't like a Hamilton Inn or something.
Okay. But yeah, what do we
So
find at
yeah,
Mr.
you
Meow's?
walk in. There are 6 cats standing behind. They are raised platforms about 3 foot off the ground. They are in the shape of a chair, but they are wooden, and they can lift and lower certain parts of them for dog anatomy or cat anatomy
Oh my
specifically,
god.
depending on the size of the animal. And they will. It's a cat groomer. I mean, honestly, how much can you really expect from it? That you climb up in the chair and they begin to bathe you and um, they wash your hair. They clean up your nails, give you a nice little trim and a sharpen. They
Mm-hmm.
cut some of the dead ends off and work on the tangles. Um, Oddly enough, some of the grooming that they are doing is in fact with their tongues.
Huh? Is that not commonplace anywhere else?
No,
Okay, cool. I definitely think Alexandria is being so polite during that entire bit, but every part of her is like, this is disgusting.
they are cats. They are grooming you.
Oh my god. That's why.
Rosabelle is just accepting her fate. I mean, at this point, it's like, we already paid for this. I don't care. Whatever. Let's just get it over with and
I
make me
mean,
look nice.
yeah, they are using water, shampoo, conditioners, all that, but they are also using their cat tongues at
That
certain
feels like their
spots.
mouth, their poor little mouth would taste like soap. It's what that
Yes,
feels like.
they are
Oh
kind of
god.
used to
No,
it.
I'm more concerned about the amount of hairball that would exist after taking care of both Rosabella and Alexandria
Alexandria.
Yes.
with the sheer amount of fur
There's so
that
much
these
shedding.
girls have.
Yeah.
So, what they do, the places that they use their tongues to groom, are
Mhm.
the face, where they don't want to get the water and the shampoo and conditioner.
Oh. They're just giving little kisses.
Basically,
Oh my god.
it's a little rough, and you can feel as the rough tongues get down to the skin area on certain spots. But
Mhm.
you come off clean and fluffy fresh, and then the cats will bow, and In cat language, they will say, "Now for the teeth cleaning."
I think Alexandria just like turns her gaze ever so slightly towards Rosabella.
Rosabella just smiles full teeth.
Yep. And they will bring out it first it looks like chopsticks, but they will roll it's in a like a paper bag or something, and they will roll a stone over top of it, snap it in half, and dip it into a mixture of charcoal and water,
Oh.
and they will actually begin cleaning your teeth quite thoroughly.
Oh, oh
Except
yeah.
the charcoal itself will actually make the teeth very white.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
you know, this is pretty nice.
For the 10 plastics, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
they trim your nails, they trim the dead ends off of your hair, they give you a nice bath, and they give you a nice little rough stone facial with their cat tongues,
Oh
and
my
they
god.
clean your teeth.
Hell yeah. And we probably look so much better afterwards. Um,
You are clean and kind of fluffy, kind of sparkly. Um, at the end of it, for the girls, they do put it's kind of a traditional thing. They take hair sticks and they give you a nice little bun type hairdo and stick a
Oh,
little hair stick in with a pink bow on the top of it.
oh my god, we look like the fucking little mop dogs.
Yes, you do.
I think Alexandria just would be so polite the entire time they're in there, but the second they're out of there, she's taking that out.
Oh yeah. Echo. Uh, when they are done with you, instead of the whole treatment, they still give you the bath. They trim your nails, clean your face, brush your teeth. Instead of the hair stick, though, what they do for you is they attach a tiny little bow tie around your neck.
cute.
So fucking cute.
It's like one of those that's on the elastic string.
Oh my
And then they bow and kind of shoo you out the door. It's like, next customer, next customer.
The second they're out, Alexandria is ripping the bow out of her hair.
It is a plastic hair stick with a little laminate pink bow on the top.
Oh my god. She definitely will keep it because plastic. So she'll just like stick it inside her bag.
Mhm.
Kind of shake her hair so her fur lays like a little bit better,
Yeah.
and then straighten up, and then just so now the resort.
Rosabella does the same and takes hers out and kind of like runs her finger like little fingers through her hair and just I guess might as well.
Alexandria, it's taking everything in her not to wiggle like her little tail.
Yep.
As she kind of like tips her chin just a bit and just then I'll lead the way, and then just starts walking along,
Yep.
little skip in her step.
I like to imagine her little tail is like wagging as she's like skipping.
Yeah, she's like, because here's the thing is, I imagine it's not like a full skip, but it's like that little, just that tiny little excited little thing dog where it's just a little bit, and her tail is wiggling just a little.
It's like that Pomeranian puppy that's getting groomed that just moves left and right to the little rhythm of the scissors.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
I just all I hear is the he's a happy dog. Just a happy dog.
That is now Alexandria's fucking theme song whenever she goes to the resort. Because for her, I mean, it's something she's likely very familiar with.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely. You've been here a few times.
mhm. And so for her, and I imagine sometimes she's been with like her sister. So for her, this is just like, ooh,
Yeah,
makeover.
this is normal for. Uh, there are things for male dogs as well. It's not just makeovers, and it is a full service resort. So there is even golf.
Dogs play golf?
Yes, they do. It's not the same kind of golf you would expect. It's
Hmm.
kind it's kind of a bastardization between mini golf and regular golf.
This is so important to me, Talon. Do they have like caddy boys who chase after the balls and get them?
Yes, yes, they do.
Hell yeah! So yeah, we all head to the resort, Talon.
Yep. You walk in, and the first thing that greets you.
Oh, we lost Jess.
Oh no! Oh, she back.
You back, Jess?
Sorry. The whole thing was just acting like it was so glitched out,
Yeah.
and I'm
Whatever.
assuming that
All right,
it's
we
not
are
it's
unpaused.
not a true session. It's not a true session without technical difficulties.
To be fair, for the last
Absolutely.
couple sessions, I don't think we've had a lot of them. I think that we're just getting them all in one session now.
Right.
But yeah, parlor.
Yes. As you walk into the Pause 4 resort, the first thing that greets you is the smell of night blooming jasmine, mint, and cleaning products.
Oh,
Ooh. We love a clean facility.
we do love a clean facility.
Indeed.
I do want to say on the way over there, Alexandria did take a little extra time to adjust her family crest pin that she still wears to make sure she looked presentable and put together so that she wouldn't stand out too much from the other nobility. She wouldn't look disheveled.
Yeah, of course. You walk in, and the three of you are immediately greeted by a representative who takes your passes, or the letter of introduction, as it would be, and you are immediately escorted off into changing rooms where you are handed robes and bathing suits, and your clothing is confiscated to be washed and mended.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. We are at the fancy place.
Yes. So you come out in your robes and your bathing suits. They are kind of one size fits most bathing suits, so they had to
Mhm.
pull the double XL out for Rosabella.
She's just a
But
tall lady.
yes,
Well,
she
seeing
is
as
very
how there's
tall.
probably not many like tall dogs that go in there, probably.
A lot of the
Not
nobility
as
are on the
many.
shorter side.
Yeah.
A lot of them are little dogs.
Yeah. They're mostly lap dogs. There are a few working dogs that have made it to nobility, but they've basically strong armed their way into the nobility.
I mean, it's what she did.
Yes, exactly.
Aw.
She didn't intentionally do it, but she did it.
Yep. So you are walked through a short tour of the facility where you are given a rundown of the gyms, the health facilities, the spa facilities, the recreational facilities, the relaxation facilities, the bathing facilities, and there are a few other things. Echo, as you are walking through, you can absolutely smell the scent of magic everywhere.
Oh,
Like, this is just. It's enough that even an untrained person would be able to sense it. If you want, you can go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. Ooh, not bad.
Ooh.
Oh,
So,
Look at it go.
yeah, this place is magically lit, heated, and it has a magical air distribution system. So basically, it's got central air and electric lighting. There is also a pacification field. You can feel it as you walk by every single door. It makes it where aggressive tendencies are reduced.
Ooh.
So any aggressive actions in the building are at immediate disadvantage.
What would happen if you put Rex in here?
He does not like the place. He says it makes his back teeth itch.
God. Love that for him. Continue telling.
So, after the tour, you are given the choice of where you want to go. Do you want to go to the health facilities, the gym facilities, the actual recreation facilities, or to the pampering facilities?
I don't think I even need to answer where Alexandria is going.
To the pampering facilities.
100%.
Can you guess where Rosabella's gonna go?
To the gym.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, do they just have to stay in one of the facilities, or can they
No,
go to
this is
multiple?
just,
Okay.
yeah, room to room.
Yeah, she's gonna go to she's gonna work out first, because that makes so much sense after, just getting pampered at a salon to go work out. But she's gonna get pampered again later.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly. So, Echo, where are you heading?
I guess also gym.
You'll head to the gym as well? Okay.
Workout buddies!
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it is a traditional gym. There are deadlifts. There are basically all of the equipment is available that would be available in a standard gym. The only major difference between the equipment here and a normal gym are the treadmills. They are not the motorized kind. They are the kind that just free spin as you run on them. And they have a
And
selector. Selector to choose resistance.
I have a video of the one dog that gets really excited to run. Have you guys seen that video?
I have. But you can go ahead and post it.
It just screams because it just looks like it'll look, and the owner will be like, "You want to run?" And it'll start screaming and then just like jump up on the treadmill, and she has the owner has to like put the harness and everything on, and as soon as she gets it on, it just starts booking it.
Zoom.
And I'm like, that's probably what it's like.
Yeah, exactly.
Except all this is on like two paws, but
Oh, they have treadmills built for going full tilt, for all four paws on the ground.
just if you want to go nuts.
Yes.
Do you ever just want to go crazy? Are you tired of being normal? You just want to go ape shit.
Yes, absolutely. So as you are working out on the exercise equipment, there are which sets are you going to go to first? You going to go to the deadlifts? You going to go to the dumbbells or the treadmills?
Rosabella actually will move to a space to where she can stretch first, actually get some good stretching done.
Yeah.
The spot she will go to after that is treadmill, but for a good little bit, she's getting stretching in.
Okay. Yeah, that's absolutely. There is an area set aside for it. There is also, as Rosabella is stretching, you see there are several dogs on nice little mats sitting in front of a teacher who is leading them through yoga. And they are currently finishing up the downward dog position.
Oh, hell yeah.
Actually, that sounds really nice. That might be her cool down.
Yeah. Nice stretching and limbering up.
Now, not to get people wrong. Don't think, as someone who's done yoga before, it's not easy.
Oh
I
no,
know.
it's not.
I get it. I've done yoga too. Sometimes.
Pyo, which is fast-paced yoga.
Mm-hmm.
So I did Pyo. That stuff crazy. Anyways.
Yeah.
You know,
Did your studio do like the post at the end of the yoga session, like the working down thing, like where you would like go through all the stretches and then like lay there and like center yourself?
Oh no, I'm blessed with the fact that my cousin is
Uh-huh.
a instructor, and
Valid.
and I only had sessions with him early in the mornings, and we would do that. We were going to do Court of Force, which was going to be, it's a lot of like boxing
Mhm.
type style, but anyways, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. Go.
Anyway, yeah. So yes, there is also a boxing ring in here with heavy bags
Ooh.
and fat and speed bags.
Oh.
It is a full course gym. Just excuse my ignorance because I've never actually been into a full gym before.
No, understandable. She's still gonna go to the treadmill first. Is there any trainer there that would be at the that she could have help her at boxing?
Yes. There are trainers, there are spotters at the machines, or you can call over spotters.
Oh, this is a beautiful place.
So yeah, as you are running on the treadmill, I will need a traverse roll.
Okay. Oh, you have proficiency in this.
Yep, this is an endurance type thing. So with your 20.
Oh,
Oh man. So, as the two of you are running, you are keeping good pace. Like Rosabelle is just a little slower than Echo, but Echo's got those legs that are just built for sprinting. He just buckles down and rolls that thing until you can almost hear the bearings screeching. He's running it so fast.
Rosabella is running slower just because she is enamored at how fast her companion is. She full stop. Like as they're running, just you're my jump bro now. You're my jump bro.
Yup. All right, Echo. As you are running, your what is it? Your breed trick will actually kick in. Which is the speedy runner. So as you are running and you are hitting this into full tilt, you feel a momentary shift as the treadmill itself goes into a higher gear, and then a tennis ball on a stick comes up over top of the handlebars.
Oh,
Oh my god.
And you just drop down to all fours and you are pelting through. There is a little manual MPH counter on it. So you are going about the equivalent of 16 miles an hour right now.
oh my god! Look
Oh,
at him
hell
go!
Rosabella, you are hitting your stride. You're starting to get a little winded. Go ahead and give me another traverse roll, both of you. Okay. Yeah, it's with the full sprint, Echo, you were doing good for such a long time, and then yeah, you're both winded and you're starting to slow down. That was a good almost 2-minute run for the both of you.
I imagine Rosabella, like with that 16, probably like her slow down, and then just kind of gets off.
Mm.
And just that was nice.
Yep. As you climb off the machines, there is immediately an attendant with bottles of water for you.
Oh, beautiful. She just thank you.
Yeah,
And
these are glass bottles, by the way, not plastic.
Oh damn.
Uh,
We didn't get
smart.
given plastic.
Yep.
smart. So she takes it, drinks it, like not chug, but like, like a party drink.
Mm-hmm. There is a little bit of a tang to the water, there is salt added to it for electrolyte loss. They expect the panting and the sweating, and which dogs don't sweat technically.
Mm-hmm.
No, their panting is sweating. Yeah.
So yeah, they added some salt to the water for electrolyte loss, so you're not dying
Not
of
dying.
dehydration. Yeah.
Valid. Nice. So after that, she's gonna like probably Rosebella's gonna go do boxing.
Mhm. All right, Echo, what are you gonna do now?
I don't know.
Hey, you can lift weights, or you can head to a different section in the gym, or you can go do something else in the entire resort.
Yeah. Probably gonna do like the water thing.
Oh, the anti-gravity gym.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in a. They take you through a couple doors because they don't want the moisture to pull out, because high humidity in a normal gym makes it suck. So yeah, they lead you to the room, and it's a lot of hydro aerobics and uh, treadmilling on in the pool and stuff like that. It's low impact, but a lot of the exercises they put you through are quite intense. Alright. So yeah, you take a while to do that. There's no rolls for that one because it is just flat out strength and improvements of the sort, so that'll just take some time. Um Rosabella, you are in the boxing ring. In the boxing corner. They will run you through how to hit the heavy bag, how to hit the speed bag. They will give you some protective equipment and basically give you the basic rundowns of how to box.
Mm.
Now, this will be the basics of the basics on how to box. They're not going to throw you in the ring immediately.
Oh well, she's not wanting to go into a ring. She just mostly wants to she just wants to punch a bag.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, they give you the basic rundown of how to punch without breaking your fists and stuff like that, and they set you up on the heavy bag.
Awesome. All right.
So you
Nice.
can make basic melee attacks. It would be just your strength plus your it would be your strength plus your proficiency modifier.
Okay,
'Cause
so
you're
if she
not-
rolled,
Yep.
if she rolled strength, it would then add the proficiency on top of that.
Yes. So it'd be a
Okay.
D20 plus 2, I believe.
Okay. Well, because if it's strength, her strength is.
Yeah. With the
Yeah.
modifier, yeah.
Yeah. 23.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's you have a couple of the bigger boxers in there, and when I say boxers, they are boxers.
Boxers at box.
Yes.
Boxers at box.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep. They are the ones that are teaching boxing. You are so when you the first hit on this bag, it's got a lot of resistance, but then you start getting into the rhythm, and you realize this is powdered concrete you're punching.
Oh.
Yeah. It was not powdered when you started punching.
Good to know.
Yep.
Oh, she's. Gosh, I love her so much.
Yeah.
She.
Listen,
Rosabella is
she can
after my
get
own
it.
heart.
She is throwing down. She's kicking butt. I love that for her.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was set concrete, but you know how when you get the bags of concrete and they're a solid lump.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah.
you have hit it hard enough and enough times to aerate the actual concrete mix. So it is a lot softer and is giving a lot more as you hit it.
Oh, hell yeah.
I say that like once it gets to the point where it's not as satisfying, she just kind of steps back and rolls her shoulders a little,
One of the
cocks her
boxers
head.
will come out and actually grab the bag and start shaking it. Like if you give him a sideways look, he's like, "Yeah, we got to reset these bags about every couple of months or so." But considering I just did this morning, you must be pretty damn tough.
Well, just got a lot to get off.
Understandable.
But I appreciate it. That was really nice. This is nice.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Do you get any boxers like in here?
Oh yeah, we had this one guy, man. Yeah, what was his name? What was his name? He starts thinking for a while. His jowls just kind of droop down as he's real deep in thought. It's been a while back, man. Ah, I think they called him Ali or Al something Al.
Out of character. Are you talking about Muhammad Ali?
Yes.
Rosabella just perks up a little bit. She just like a little wag to her tail, and she just really.
Oh yeah, we get a couple famous boxers in here every now and again. Or at least the
Oh,
ones that can afford the place.
mm. I wish there was uh, more of this for more people who would love to do it that can afford it. That'd be wonderful.
Oh yeah, I got a buddy. It's John Husky. He works over at Husky Street Gym. They do the full course, full training.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'll have to look at them.
Yeah. They're not exactly the most ritziest place, but full course boxing. They're well, they do train a lot of welterweights, but they get some heavyweights that roll through every now and again too.
Mm. Listen, it's not about if it looks the best. What matters is that you're getting what you want.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you.
Anyways,
He starts as you're saying. Anyways, he has already split off into this whole little diatribe story. He has stopped listening to you about 30 seconds ago, as is kind of typical of boxers.
Rosabella just having watched how they put her gloves and then tape and everything, how they had done that to her. She just kind of is as she's listening, is taking off her gloves and unwrapping herself and uh setting what all was there where it was needed to go. And before she continues, she just I really do appreciate it, but I have to get going.
Oh, yeah, no problem. He walks over and sprays the gloves and the wrappings down with something in a bottle and starts wiping them absent-mindedly.
Oh.
And she is gonna head over to do her cooldown.
Yep. Now, I don't know much about yoga. My wife actually knows more than I do. So, but yeah, they'll spend a little bit of time going through that and doing your cool down and the stretches.
Awesome.
But yeah, I just had to make the downward dog pun.
No, you're good. It was a
No,
good one.
100% valid. It's, dog puns.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
All right. So after that, actually, let's cut to little Alexandria for a bit.
Oh yeah. Let's switch over to Alexandria now. So
Sweats.
yeah, you are in the pampered life. Like robe on, towel wrapped around you, soaking in the whole little thing while you're getting the manicure. You got the cucumber slices on your eyes. They have actually brought out, because this is a resort, there is your preferred beverage to your side,
Oh my
alcoholic or
god.
non, depending on personality.
Oh hell yeah. It's definitely like some kind of dog themed tea
Oh yeah.
with like just a little bit of cream in it for her.
Ooh, man, that makes me sound like a London fog. A nice little Earl Grey
Mm,
with some French vanilla
Yes.
cream.
yes.
Yes. 10 out of 10 is what she is like sipping on. She has
Oh
like
yeah.
little cucumbers on her eyes. Um so what kind, because I imagine she has like a stylist or someone who is like currently working with her.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Um
full like pedicure, manicure. They are doing the whole little massage calming thing. The not like a full shiatsu massage, but like the calming rollers and all that.
mhm, mhm. As she's like sitting there, kind of like listening to like everything around her, soaking in like the first relaxation that she has had in some time, and being back in a situation to her that she finds incredibly comfortable. Um, is she able to hear anything like or about like from the other nobles in the room, like talking or like any kind of gossip or anything?
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a notice roll.
Let me go ahead and get down to my notice that I should know where it is because we roll that a lot.
Yes, it comes up a lot.
Nat 20.
Oh my. So, okay, let's see here. All right. You are in the zone. Zenned
Mhm.
out. The smell of linden and bamboo shoots and just all these pleasant and calming smells around you. And faintly, there is a band playing soft, soothing music. And you can hear the nobles. A few of them are chit chatting in the chairs as they're going through their own treatments, as nobles are wont to do. Most of it's
Mhm.
just general high society gossip, but there's a
Mhm.
few things that tick over.
Mhm.
They stick to you. One of the nobles, there's a duke. Apparently, Duke Hound, who split off not long ago, is trying to bring up his claim to the throne again. He is not happy, and the citizens of Houndtown are in an uproar, wanting to forcibly uh, place themselves back into Pugmire after they've been kicked out.
Oh.
But this happens every couple of years. They are
Yeah.
very sore losers,
Yeah.
and there's a few shady dealings going on. Couple that are they would be lucrative to the right person, or they could be getting the wrong person in a lot of trouble.
Okay, with those deals, I'll let you continue in a second. Is
Hmm.
she able to tell any like by voice what any nobles they're talking specifically?
You've never met these ones specifically.
Mhm.
They're not like heads of households, so they're probably first, second, or third children.
Okay, okay.
So you've probably met them in passing at a few noble events or during the social season, but it's
Mhm.
not anyone that you've ever immediately had a click with. They have that stereotypical noble haughtiness to their voice.
Okay. Hell yeah. Okay. Alexandria is like noting all of this down mentally. You can continue.
hmm there is mention of a few a few dogs are specifically smuggling in catnip into the cat district,
Ooh.
which is it's not illegal, but it is highly frowned upon.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially somebody's doing a big pot deal.
Oh my god. Love that for them.
Yep. There are a few talking about um, old ruins that have recently been cleared and are needing explored again just for the periodic checks. Uh, there are newer ruins that have been explored fairly recently but were never cleared.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple actual noble situations and mostly who's with who and who do you think is going to marry this particular princess, who do you think is going to go off with that noble, stuff of that type, until they start talking about the very unusual cat who has recently arrived in Pugmire.
Damn it. I think at that, Alexandria, like her ear swivels just a little bit towards that conversation. And I think she plays it off as if she's listening to like the person who's working on her nails.
hmm But
Um,
yeah.
does it sound familiar to fucking Smugly?
No, it is the
Okay.
princess.
Oh,
It is Makoto.
Okay. Okay, at that confirmation, I think that she would like zone in and see if they're saying anything about the Pomeranian family taking her in.
Actually, what they're saying is that it's. Oh, we've lost her again.
Oh no.
Alright.
Ah,
So, what they are saying about the Pomeranian family is that they are actually quite large hearted for taking in and dogifying this very unusual princess.
Oh.
dogifying.
Yep. Uh, you are teaching her the way of the dog, is how the spin treatment has gone.
Oh hell yeah.
This is almost verbatim for the spin treatment that Yosha has put on your family taking in Makoto.
Thank Yosha for that one.
Yep. So it's mostly positive. There
Mm-hmm.
is a lot of speculation on whose family is going to volunteer one of their children to actually go and
Mm-hmm.
live with the cats, however.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly there is nothing concrete spoken about it, other than a couple of the more haughty noble ladies are just not my children. I wouldn't have them caught dead spending time with those flea-bitten mongrels.
Oh shit. Oh my god. I think Alexandria at that, like she holds her teacup just a little closer because she honestly still does not have the highest opinion of the cats overall. Mostly because of how she was raised, the situation she was raised in. Um, but it's a very interesting moment to hear somebody else talk about them in the way you yourself have talked about them in
hmm
the past. Um, but yeah, does she pick up on anything else?
Um, actually, yes. With the Nat 20,
Mhm.
it's ever so faint, and it's not in
Mhm.
the room immediately to you, but ever so faintly. A It sounds like it's happening outside of the room you're currently in. Because, like, you know how the pool chairs are. They're kind of up against the wall. So they can
Mhm.
get around you properly. You can
Mhm.
hear the faintest sounds of metal scraping on metal.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, could she try and like hone in on that noise to pick up on anything else from it?
You are a ratter, so you would immediately know what this noise is. It is almost 100% the sound of a lockpick being inserted into a lock and being jiggled.
So I think with that, Alexandria just pretends to like stretch just a little bit and just, I am so sorry for interrupting your hard work, but I just need a moment. Would I be able to step out?
Of course, madam. We were just about done. You see at this point that your paws and your feet have been painted a nice pink color,
Hell yeah.
and they were just starting to pull out like the dog safe hair dye.
Oh my god, I think she's very thankful she's leaving at this point.
Yes.
So she'll give them like a very polite smile and just, well, thank you. If I need anything, I will return.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as it hurts her, because she knows it looks bad not to tip the service workers, she will pull out 10 plastic.
Yep.
And place it in their hands. Kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
stand up, make a point of like stretching, returning her cup to them, and then start going towards the metal scraping noise.
Yep. You leave the relaxation room, and
Mhm.
there is a janitorial, what looks to be a janitorial closet down to your right. The door
Mhm.
is faintly cracked open.
So I think what she tries to do is she almost tries to walk towards it like she's walking past it. Um, as if she does not know what's going on. As she's getting closer, does she see anything like through the crack just out of the corner of her eye or anything?
Hmm? Uh, which we're still technically you're in a different scene, so the nat 20 wouldn't be carrying you, but I'll still let you get this much. This is
Mhm.
not a janitor's closet. This is an internal safe with lockboxes.
Oh fuck.
Ooh,
Is there anyone around?
Immediately, no.
Okay, so knowing better than to touch something with her bare paws, because paw prints are a thing probably in this
Mhm.
world. Um, she makes a point of listening for just a second, making sure no one's near, removing her family crest very quickly, sticking it in her pocket. Like, because I imagine she reclipped onto the robe. I imagine that's
Mhm.
like the whole like style, whatever, with that. Um, and kind of takes like the robe on her paw so it doesn't leave any marks and starts opening the door.
Yep. You immediately see, dressed in black leathers, a small chihuahua turn, freeze, and then there is a blinding puff of smoke. And it takes about 30 seconds for it to clear, and they are gone.
As she's like trying to like quickly get it out of her face. Can she like? I know it probably still smells like smoke. Can she smell anything? Can she like hear anything like the sound of footsteps anywhere?
Uh, give me either a search or notice.
Okay, okay. Oh dear God, I don't think either one of those is better than the other. So we will just go with my heart, and my heart says search. I'm gonna
Okay.
use one of my things
Yep.
because my heart was wrong. Let's go with notice this time. Maybe my heart will be right this time. I'm gonna use my thing.
hey, Talon,
Yes.
is there a is there a role I would have to do to be at the
God damn it!
at the right place, wrong time?
Oh, don't worry. Alexander will come after you if you're not.
So, you're alright where you're at. You are actually on the other side of the complex, but you're fine. This is all going to link back together. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
With an 11, Talon, does that get me anything?
You have no freaking clue.
Okay, so I think she takes just a second, kind of gives a quick glance around, Are there any marks or anything?
There is a single lockbox that has been jimmied open. There is a lockpick and a force tool stuck in a second one. And there is a single vent in the ceiling that is open.
Oh god damn it, he went through the vent. Okay, Alexandria is still making a point the entire time she's been looking around. She has her little paws covered with her like sleeves that are slightly too long, making sure she
Mhm.
doesn't leave any marks because she doesn't have her stuff. Um, can she try to, without leaving any paw marks, try and just peek into the vent?
You can't really see anything. It's a direct 45-degree angle. As you
Right,
look up and it just arcs over.
right. So she will very quickly back out of the room so that she does not get caught there. And make a point of first returning to the grooming area so that she has been seen. Just making like an offhanded comment, getting another cup of tea, and then she is going towards the last place that she knows where Rosabelle and Echo were, which
Yep.
was the gym and the one place she never wanted to set a paw.
Yep. um, Echo. This is about because it's a fairly large facility. It takes about 2 minutes for you to start making your way over there. As I said, it's a large facility. Echo, as you are pretty much the only one in the pool doing the hydro aerobics, one of the vent ceiling tiles in the ceiling above you splits as a 4-pound chihuahua falls out of the ceiling and lands in the pool in front of you. They are wearing black leather armor.
Oh my god. What if it's Twitch? Like the little chihuahua that was from the one place?
It does not look like Twitch.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry, just the mental image of this chihuahua just.
Yep.
Yeah, he lands in front of Echo.
So yeah, Echo, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm gonna something.
It's highly
Echo's just-
unusual. They do have
Echo's
a
just
bag on
staring
them.
in shock.
Hmm.
So, Echo, they have not come above water.
Can they not swim?
They are weighed down.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no.
would assume by that armor.
Not only that, but what they all stole.
Well, to be fair, we don't know. Did they actually? Do we know
Yes.
if they stole anything, or did you catch
They
in
they
time?
got one of the lockboxes open.
Ah, okay.
They got the money.
Well, I mean, it might not be.
It might be something fancier. Hey, Talon.
Mhm.
Was that like a safe that looked like it would have had money or like items that belong to people?
So these are like storage lockers.
Hey, Talon.
Yes.
Was there a name on that storage locker that she would have noticed?
There is a number, and you have a key that actually fits one of these storage lockers.
Was it hers?
It was not.
Okay, cool. That's all she's worried about. Cool.
Yep. But no, you have it's like the little locker keys you get that have the number printed on them, and there's the number on the locker itself.
It wasn't Rosabella's, was it?
No, it was none of the parties.
Okay.
Cool.
But yeah, Echo, there is a chihuahua drowning in front of you. What are you doing? Yep, you make your way over there. It takes you a bit of time because it's water, but you get over there and you can just reach in and pull them out. They are unconscious. So, just to let you know what happened here. I rolled their jump check. They jumped fine. But I rolled a 9 on the support for the ceiling tiles. They
Oh my
went straight
God.
through. And they failed their swim check.
Oh my god.
So
It's
yeah.
just a little man.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, Echo, you have this unconscious chihuahua that has a bag tied to their leg. And at about this time, because Rosabella is closest, you would be coming into the pool and seeing Echo holding this sopping wet, unconscious chihuahua up in one hand.
Rosabella just looks at Echo, looks at the chihuahua, looks at the chihuahua's leg, raises an eyebrow, and just, what you got there?
I don't know what to say.
Just say whatever comes to your mind.
Follow your heart, kiddo. You got this.
Yep.
I think so. I don't know what to do.
That's fine. You can just...
That's fine.
I mean, we've gotten used to Echo just kind of being the stoic,
Yeah.
silent type.
I imagine just Echo looking at Rosabella and just, what's the what? Well, you guys haven't seen this, but just so to any BTS listeners out there, there's a video that everybody probably knows of where these people threw like this eel type fish in the water and Jungkook goes over, like he's shocked by it, bends down, picks it up, holds it, and then like two people that were with him just kind of are like, "Whoa, what's that?" And he just points at it. So I imagine Echo just at that just
Yep.
points.
Or you could just say Echo shrugs, because yeah, it's a confusing situation.
Mm-hmm.
So Rosabella's just gonna. I assume that Echo probably is walking back, bringing this chihuahua over, and Rosabella just kind of watches Echo, just kind of would set him on the ground and just kind of. She's kind of standing like over it,
Yeah.
and just she's very confused.
Yeah, at about this time, Alexandria would come sliding into the gym looking for Rosabella and Echo.
Yeah, I like to imagine she was trying to appear calm. She was walking very quickly. She steps into the gym. She very much is already wanting to leave just being in that room. There's
Rosabella
boxing, there's
turns to her.
everything. Huh?
Yeah.
Rosabella just turns to Alexandria and just, this is a sight I never thought I'd see.
Don't get too used to it. And I like to think at that point she's already like going to go and be like, we need to step out we need to have a conversation. Oh, you've already found it.
This? Rosabella points.
I think she just, yes, we're going to have a conversation about that. I would suggest perhaps keeping him less visible, carrying around an unconscious body is not usually popular.
I mean, what? Why are you looking
I
for...
love this as Echo. As Alexandria says this, you just shove him into your rucksack and close the...
See, he doesn't ask questions. And I think with that, Alexandria is like already waving them out.
Even Rosabella is laughing over that.
Yep, it's just nonchalant, like, okay, don't need to... Yeah, as you're swinging him over into your rucksack, he kind of spits up the water and starts reviving, but it's like, he doesn't have time to talk. He realizes, because you're not wearing your rucksack at the time, it's by the pool door, so you just shove him in the bag and close it, and he's like, okay.
Oh God.
So God.
So, after she calms down, just okay. Was this necessary?
It will make sense in a moment. I will say that I'm a bit disappointed that someone who knows how to pick a lock would get caught so easily. However,
I'm sorry.
ex-
What?
I will explain in a moment. This is not the place to have less than proper conversations, even if it is a gym.
Alexandria,
Yes.
is this business of which we really need to get involved in?
Perhaps at least I'd like to know what it was after.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm in.
And Alexandria will give her like a little smile, her tail will wag just a little bit, and then she just
Now, as we step out of here, because we are in here by ourselves, we will make it seem as if I have come to fetch you simply to attend with some of my needs, and Echo will be accompanying us. We will keep a low profile. I am looking at both of you. All right.
Rosabella just, her jaw is kind of clenched, but she just,
And I think Alexandria does pick up on that, and she just lets out a little sigh, and
It's a suggestion, not an order.
we could just be walking to do something together, you know. It doesn't have to be in attendance to you, especially since I'm not here as your attendant.
Fair enough. It's habit, Rosabella. More than anything
I'm
else.
just making a statement.
Right, you can accompany me to do something. But either way, the longer we stand here, the more chance that it's going to start making noises. I apologize for stepping on your tail.
Well, if it does decide to make any noise, I know a way to shut it up.
I will be good. Don't worry.
Right, because if you don't, I've seen her do some things with her hands.
Man, you should have seen that punching bag earlier. Could use another one.
And
You'd start talking about that, and Echo's bag just starts vibrating.
And I know my way around a dagger.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go.
Right. Would Alexandria, because she's been here before, know like of any private rooms or anything?
Oh, absolutely. There are... Actually, the most private room would be one of the saunas, which there is one close by.
Oh hell yeah! Let's go rent a sauna, y'all.
Oh, you've
Let's go
got all
take ownership.
expenses paid. You just have to show your card.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, so we'll take one of the saunas.
Yep. You go in, show the attendant the card, and they set the timer. Shut the door. They don't lock it. The lock is on the inside, not the outside.
Alexandria's already regretted. She's already the minute they're in, they're already thinking about how like this is gonna mess up her fur, and she's gonna need to get her fur redone already. But as soon as they're in there, I think
Rosabella's living though, because this is nice for after the gym. Woo!
Oh hell yeah!
So you take the little chihuahua out of the bag. He is full grown, but he is definitely a teacup chihuahua.
Oh my god. Is he like eye level with Alexandria or smaller?
Oh, he's smaller. He probably comes up to your hips.
Oh my god, he's so little!
Yeah, needs a lot of trouble right now.
So I think Alexandria just, Rosabella, you're
a bit larger than I am. Can you take the door?
You just slide the bolt.
She just looks at Alexandra and just dip, like makes a point to be like, it's easy.
Yeah, the
Oh my
bolt
God.
lock is just about an inch out of Alexandria's reach.
Yeah, she would have to stand on her tippy toes, and even then.
She's just raising an eyebrow. Does it and then just goes and sits down.
Oh my god.
So what's this
Uh,
about?
So, uh, not quite sure what to call you other than the little thief, which, let me tell you, you're not a good one.
I mean, considering that I was only about a half second from popping the other lock, and I would have been fine if the ceiling tiles hadn't given way.
You're loud.
Alright, fine. I didn't think anybody'd hear me.
And that was your first mistake. But I happened to hear him from the other room, which is incredibly disappointing. And then, after beginning to go check it out, he didn't even hear me approach because he was probably too focused on unpicking the locks. And he seemingly has gotten one of them open, which I'm quite curious to know what you were after, and was working on the second one. You even left your tools behind. Of course, I didn't touch them, but so you're aware, they can find paw prints.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not your usual job, huh?
I mean, technically. Ah, man, Dodger's gonna be pissed.
Dodger.
You know, it'd be best for you to have said it wasn't your normal job. Because now that's just sad.
She's right, but
I think she kind of gives like Rosabelle a look like it almost says like "ow," because that is Alexandria's normal game. As a little ratter, she's very good at getting into places.
Okay, no, that's mostly at the fact that he got caught and left the
Valid, valid.
tools and did all of that. So for her, she's just like, man, really?
God, I love that. So would the name Dodger ring any bells for Alexandria at all?
Yes.
Hell yeah! What bells does it ring, Dallin?
So, there is a periodic news article about Cat Town, talking about the scoundrel who picks up orphaned dogs and cats and has them do nefarious deeds for him.
Oh god. So I think she just Dodger, as in the one from Cat Town.
Hmm.
you know if you don't talk, we have ways of assuring that you will.
Look, I can only tell you so much. He takes us in, gives us a place to stay, and then he sends us out to steal things, and we have to pay him to be able to eat or have a place to stay or anything like that. If we don't steal, we're out on the street again.
So you become trapped in a loop.
Pretty much.
Hmm. So why were you here?
I mean, what better place than to rob a bunch of stuck up their own. Well, I'm not allowed to say that, but you know what I mean. Take.
There's a little offense in her eyes.
Yeah, he doesn't know you're a noble.
Because she took her fucking.
I think she just. Not all nobles are that bad.
No, but a majority are.
Rosabella just keeps her mouth shut.
He doesn't know he's in the presence of 3 nobles.
Nope.
No. For her, she's over here like, no, he's not wrong.
Oh my god. God.
Rosabella just, I mean, most nobles are, pieces of crap, but
God.
I mean, A lot of the stuff that I took, they wouldn't even miss.
What did you take?
You open up the bag tied to his foot, and there is a couple watches, some really, for a noble, cheap looking reading glasses, a
Mm.
ruined pack of cigars because he took a dip in the pool,
Oh no.
Oh,
and what looks to be a couple small pieces of jewelry.
So here's the question, Talon.
Hmm.
Is any of the jewelry like is it engraved with names or anything or
No, it's like the kind you wear to show off and then might wear once or twice before putting it up
Mm.
into a jewelry box and it's gone forever.
Mm.
Okay, so definitely Alexandria at that point. She's like just not she was gonna give a comment about not stealing stuff that has names on it because it can be traced back. But I think that she just kind of like raises a like brow and just
Good attempt, though you can always aim higher. And I'd suggest next time you take those, and she'll point towards like the cigars, that you wrap them before climbing through anything.
Good point.
Who taught you how to pick a lock?
Dodger.
And is he as awful as you?
I've only been with him for about a week, so probably not.
Hmm.
Rosabella just kind of she while listening to this, she's kind of leaning back and like she doesn't she just kind of well hmm, this is a very conflicting feeling I'm having at the current moment because while on one hand he's taking you in, he is making you do the dirty work, but it's also him giving you a job to do. That way you are not just sitting around. So it's smart. You're doing work, but why not just find a job? Are you unable to find one?
I mean, considering how young I am, probably not.
Hmm.
Yeah, considering his size and even though he's a Chihuahua, his size, he's probably only about 6 months to a year old.
Oh, he's a baby.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He
How
is an
many
orphan child.
Oh, fuck, we're gonna take a kid in, aren't we?
how many jobs have you done?
This is my second.
Second?
And they already have you by the
Rosabella
spot.
just Rosabella's turning towards Alexandria and just it's not a look of like she doesn't want to turn this guy in.
Alexandria has already decided she's not turning him in. That's why she didn't like yell for anybody. um but so I think she makes eye contact with Rosabella and kind of like raises a brow towards her and then like ever so slightly tips her head to the side in silent question.
Hmm.
What are you thinking?
Ah, I'm thinking that our relaxation's not gonna happen for a long time.
I'm thinking that my fur got ruined for no reason. But her attention kind of turns back towards the pup and she just, I'll tell you what. If you can give up loyalty to Dodger, and I can confirm that you have no connections elsewhere, I might be able to get you a job that isn't picking a lock. If
Um,
you're interested.
I mean, yeah, the only reason I'm with Dodger is because he took us in, got us off the street. So, I mean, there's not exactly a decent orphanage around Cat Town, you know?
Hmm.
So I think at that her gaze softens and she kind of like holds out a paw and she just
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
and she kind of like looks at him waiting for a name.
He puts his paw in your hand. Ollie.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ollie. I am Alexandria Pomeranian, youngest heir of the Pomeranian family.
It's nice to meet you. Does Alexandria wear any jewelry on her paws?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Was he gonna take
He's a
jewelry?
pickpocket.
Was he?
If you had any obvious jewelry on your person, he would have tried to sneak it off.
I mean, she has the crest. She's not wearing
he
it right
wouldn't
now,
go
but
for the crest.
yeah.
That's
she roll-
immediately a death sentence.
Can she roll an insight check?
Yep.
Just to see. I don't have any more things left. Talon, can I make an argument? Well, we don't have an insight, but it'd be notice. Can I make an argument, Talon, for advantage because she is also a ratter?
It would actually be insight, so it's fine. And notice is fine as well.
Oh wait, do we have an insight?
It's sense motive.
Oh, I'm sorry, Talon.
Hey, you're fine.
So,
But yeah, both are applicable. So
Okay.
yeah, even with the 15, he basically told you he's being raised as a thief to
Mhm.
pay a slumlord to keep
Mhm.
him fed and housed. He has no loyalty to him other than the fact that he has a place to stay and food in his belly every day.
Mhm.
Mm.
So I think she just kind of like raises a brow at him and just.
By the way, your eyes tell your motions. You're sizing me up like a piece of meat. And if I wore anything, I'm sure it'd be off of me currently. Get a bit better and don't go for the obvious thing if you're going to be a thief.
Mhm.
Of course, don't listen to me, as you know, nobles never get involved in such things.
He cracks a cocky grin at that.
Rosabella too is just
It's like, you are basically giving me the 101 on thievery, and you're saying you don't get involved with it? Yeah.
And I think she kind of like pulls her hand back and just.
Well, Rosabella, are we going to make a trek to the house? Or at the very least, I suppose, if we wanted to attempt to preserve any chance of getting my fur fixed and you getting to relax, we could send him home with a letter.
we could. Uh, we
we've
have a
already-
little bit of a as she looks down at the bag. What are we gonna do about this?
Oh, we are not going to return it or do anything. You took it.
Oh,
You will deal with the consequences. Besides, they won't miss it. But what we are going to do, or at least you're going to do, is you are going to go, this time without falling through the vent like an idiot, get your tools, erase any trace of your paw prints if they haven't already found it, and meet us outside. And what do you say, Rosabella? Do you think an hour is enough time for them to fix my fur, give you a manicure and a pedicure and all that, and Echo as well?
sounds about good.
Right. Make yourself not obvious outside, but once you see us, follow. Did I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And I think she just sighs and just.
At this point, as much as I am loath to give up the formalities, you don't need to call me ma'am. It is Alexandria.
He nods. He doesn't say
Rosabella.
Alexandria, but he nods. He's like,
Rosabella looks
yeah.
at him and just Rosabella. She kind of rubs the top of his head, like affectionately. It is in an affectionate way of just, we got your back, kid.
give me a notice check for Rosabella. Since you are physically
Okay.
touching him.
He's gonna take shit, isn't he?
Nope.
Oh, 4,
Yeah.
5.
It's a low DC, but that's still not enough. So you can tell there's some unusual like bumps on the back of his head, but nothing you can really make out.
Okay, actually, let me use a card.
It still doesn't let me
Because-
open your card, so Talon, I will leave that to you.
It
Also, I
is.
got a card. Oh,
Yeah, you got one back during the RP, and it's not letting me take one either. Let me refresh and see. Yeah,
yeah, because it did that last time, and we were never able to figure it out. It has to be something with her stuff.
it has
I
to
know
be.
what. She just notices the bumps, I guess.
Yeah, it's a 2. You can use your other one. You can be like me. You can really try to commit, and the dice will say no.
There, I got it finally.
Hell yeah.
Did it just give you a card?
No, I stole it from you because that's the only way to do it effectively.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, so it gives you as the storyteller.
Yeah.
The card. Okay. I was like, we just gained another card up there.
I'm just happy I got a card.
So that I can drag them off and delete them.
Fair enough. But yeah. I mean, it already brings up a little bit of, like, worry for her because,
Mhm.
like, any bumps, like, on a child, like, on one hand, it's that idea of he's probably been on the streets, but at the same time, if he's been.
I would bet Dodger's been beating him.
Rosabella lived on the, in the slums. So. That's
Yep.
a little bit why she's very affectionate towards this little boy.
Yeah, Rosabella living on the slums. You would know that it's not unusual for adults to be abusive to children.
Oh no, we're gonna
It's
employ.
not.
We're
It's not unusual at all. It's also not unusual for the gangs that take in small children to run them out as thieves or pickpockets or
Yeah.
whatever, and if they do not bring in enough or what's considered good enough, abuse is not uncommon.
Oh god. Okay. We're gonna have to
Rosabella
stay
does,
involved.
like, kind of bend down to him and just, I mean it. Make sure to meet us. We have your back.
Yep, I will. And he,
Good.
without another word, just kind of scampers off. And he is not the brightest or just not old enough to really understand as he tries to walk out the door.
Alexandria grabs him by this fucking scruff and just
Another note. Look at what we have, and she'll hold up the pass and just. What do you not have?
Yeah, I get that, but
And what? No, don't interrupt me. What would they question walking around here if they were lacking?
right.
Even more so because what we are wearing compared to what you are wearing.
Right.
Rosabella,
Yeah.
put him back in the sack.
Fine. And he just kind of assumes the fetal position.
Rosabella's very gentle with him as she puts him in the sack and just, I won't threaten to beat you this time.
Thank you.
It's okay.
And there goes any chance of relaxation because I don't believe that leaving a child, well, a pup, in a sack for an hour is on the cards.
Hmm.
Oh, my fur.
And with that, she'll kind of like sigh and straighten up and just.
Let's go clean up the mess before it's found.
The three of you roll me a notice check.
Oh god.
Oh!
She's too concerned with her fur currently.
Yep.
This is all relying on you, Jess. Hey.
Okay, Echo and Rosabella. After you put him in the sack and close it up, about 30 seconds goes by and you hear snoring.
Oh.
He's just a baby.
Rosabella just drops asleep. Which, okay, out of character moment, that's also like really like he feels comfortable enough to sleep with them.
I know. He knows
feels
he's safe. He feels safe. But
Rosabella
Alexander,
has adopted a child.
we
Yep.
have all adopted a child.
The
He's
party
getting
has
higher
adopted their
air.
pet.
He is
We want so many.
theirs.
So Chihuahuas are the goblin equivalent. You have adopted a goblin child.
Oh my god.
Oh, you know what? I never thought in my life I would ever adopt a Chihuahua.
God.
This is my child. Ollie,
uh,
Ollie is our baby.
God. But so with that, I think Alexandria kind of like strains herself up, replaces her crest on her thing, kind of goes through all that, tries the best she can to make her fur look as nice as it did, and unlocks the sauna, kind of steps out. Um and just we were getting a bit too hot, so we will begin cutting our session short, if that's all right.
It's fine, madam. The timer's only to set in case you are in there too long. We have had some older clientele fall asleep.
Oh, of course. And with that, she'll give like another little nod, regretfully place a couple more plastic in their paw.
He
Already she's thinking how expensive this is.
Yeah, he kind of nods, and then as you're walking by, he sighs and pockets it. Like, it's just the faintest sigh, but it's one of those butlerly kind of sighs.
Oh no. Did
It's like,
she commit a faux pas?
yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you tipped him,
Mm-hmm.
but considering where they work and how much money they make,
Mm-mm.
yep.
Fair, fair. But yeah, so I think Alexandria acting as if they're just walking around will kind of loop back to where the room was. Has it been noticed by anybody yet?
No.
Okay, so she's gonna go through the process of just Rosabella, I trust you to watch my back, and if anyone is coming by, distract them with everything you have. You too, Echo. And with that, she'll duck in, kind of make sure her paws are covered, start erasing any traces, make sure his tools are pocketed on herself. Um, like that whole shebang.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, she's making sure they can't tell who was in here.
Yeah.
And then she's just gonna back out, make sure her own paws are covered, kind of shut the door. And then just well, time to make sure that we are seen, and then make our exit.
Yep. So you finish off cleaning up the evidence. You go get your fur fixed up, and they kind of grumblingly reapply the polish to your paws and feet. But they're
Well,
not.
for Echo and Rosabella, they're there for the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no. These are the attendants for Alexandria. They are not happy about having to reapply. They're like, basically, it's under their breath, but like, nobles should know better than to go swimming right after getting into taking the whole manicure and pedicure thing and blah blah blah. You know.
Alexandria is not used to being chastised by them.
Oh, they're not chastising you directly. This is more like mumbling under their breath. They would not chastise a noble directly.
Oh my god.
They would not be sure if their head would be on their neck tomorrow.
Fair. She is like biting the inside of her cheek, making polite conversation, trying to make sure that it is heard that she has been in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like probably gets involved with a little bit of gossip, like with the chair beside her.
Yep.
And
And then I think after like all of her stuff is fixed up, everyone's ready to go. I guess they head out with the pup in tow.
Yep. You take him out, and there is immediately after you get your gear on. Yeah, I figured Echo would keep his bag because it has his focus in it,
Mm-hmm.
which is why he still had his rucksack. They return your equipment and everything, your clothing. You are sent off to get dressed again, and you step outside, and as soon as you hit the outer air, where the smell of disinfectant and tropical flowers is not prevalent, it is immediately apparent that Ollie needs a bath.
Oh god. Oh no. And I think Alexandria is like already noting like
We will book you an appointment at the grooming salon. That is on the agenda.
Or when
Uh,
we get home, which we're going, correct?
as much as I believe that both of us are hesitant to. Yes.
We can bathe him there.
Where's the fun in that?
Just provides less questioning.
Fair enough. Though I think his nails need cut, his fur needs cleaned, everything needs
Nothing
done.
I can't do.
You also have maids that are trained to do that as well.
Yes. This
and
is her baby.
and I think Alexandria just sighs and just
Well, for now,
she kind of like opens the rucksack, digs in her own bag, and then just like pulls out her perfume. Is Ollie still asleep?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna try not to choke him out, but she is gonna spray him down with perfume.
Yep.
And then just kind of click the rucksack closed and just
I would not have thought on, well, with the journeys I've undertaken, how quickly I would be going through this.
and then she's just gonna shove it back in her bag and then just
Well, off we go then. The longer
Yep.
we stay around, the more odd it may seem to others.
So you have two options. You can charter a carriage, or you can walk.
how far is it to walk?
It's not that far.
So I assume probably walking then would be best if it's not too far.
Yeah, no, it's not that far. Most of the nobles would be in the West Wall Quarter.
No, go. Sorry.
Yep.
He somehow got my closet door open and was like, he knows he's not allowed in there.
Then
It was
what?
like full body in there. But so most of them live in the quarter.
Most of them live in the West Wall Quarter. There are a few that live in the Palace District, but those are like dukes and viscounts, counts, the higher nobles. What was your rank again, Alexandria?
I don't think we've ever given her an official ranking. I've always seen her as like a higher ranking noble, though.
Mm-hmm. So viscount, as it goes to noble, it's king, duke, count, earl, viscount, baron, lord. Viscount's right in the middle.
Okay, so then we'll go with viscount. But would she be a viscount? Because what? Well, I guess she would because would Rex be would Rex would be a higher ranking, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, technically, it would be you would be going off of Rex's rank.
Okay.
So he could be a count, which would not be that unusual, which would place you in the Palace District.
Okay, then I guess they live in the Palace District.
Yep.
If that's what we want to go with.
Okay, now you're loving on me.
So you can, as a Pioneers Guild member, you can earn your own noble rank. Yeah, technically, Rosabella's rank is Lord, but it technically only counts in the monarchies of Mao.
Okay.
Although it would be honored in Pugmire as well. Just she doesn't have the full noble title.
Mm.
Oh hell yeah. So how far is it to the Palace District? Not it doesn't look like crazy far.
No, it's not crazy far. It's not even a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, I think Alexandria, after all the plastic she has already spent, would be loath to spend more, even
Yep.
if she really doesn't want to walk either.
Yeah. You
Um,
make your way into the Palace District. It's a good, I'd say, to get from the Pause for Resort to to Alexandria's house. It probably takes you about a half an hour.
oh hell yeah. I like to imagine
Not
during that
bad.
time there's just the occasional snore from the back.
Yeah. And every now and again, there's a little cough from the perfume.
um, I want to say like every time it happens, Alexandria is like opening the bag for just a second as if she like is getting something out, to help air the bag out, and then like closing it again.
Yep.
And as they like when they are about like 5 minutes out, I think at that point she almost starts to get a bit antsy
Hmm.
because she hasn't been home in months.
Yep.
As she like kind of fusses with like her gear, she fusses a little bit with her pin, making sure everything is perfectly shined up like they did at the salon. Fusses with her fur, and I think when they're about 3 minutes out, she just, do you think we're making a mistake going home?
Well, there's a bit of me that's uncomfortable. I mean, much as I'm uncomfortable doing this,
Mm-hmm.
it needs to be done.
It does, even though grandfather is not happy with me. And I have an absolute fear that we will interact with my siblings, as I'm sure they're still at the house. I know mother is not, and father is in jail, I believe they said. Well, in the prisons. So, I should not be as nervous as I am. I just. You know how grandfather is when he's upset.
I,
Mm.
I'm not exactly upset, just a little bit disappointed with your performance.
Alexandria just fucking freezes. Just like full body, like fucking freezes. Is it coming from before her or behind her?
It's coming from above you.
So just ever so slowly, she looks up.
Standing on a house. Like one of the gardener's houses. Because this is, you are in your yard. You have entered the grounds, and standing on one of the gardener's huts is Rex. In full armor, with his hammer on his back. Sheathed.
So I think Alexandria just like slowly begins to sink into a polite curtsy, kind of lowers her head, and just as her like ears kind of turn back just a little bit, and she just
Leave off with that. Come on, you're home, girl. He jumps down, lands in front of you, and then crushes you in a big old bear hug.
oh. So I think you just hear just your grandfather, you're crushing me.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He kind of ruffles your
Rosabella
hair.
is just staring at him with all this admiration.
Now, as I said, I'm not mad at you. I'm a little disappointed with your performance, but you did kind of make up for it with the whole coming back as a hero thing, and I mean, you made some dumb mistakes, and everybody does, and I give you a little bit too much leash, but you did alright, kid. Now, your brother, on the other hand, I think he's a little bit too uptight.
You think that Kane is too uptight based on.
Just a little bit.
With how he's been? You saw his fur.
He actually pulls out of his pocket. I thought you were going to bring up this argument, and shoves a wood print into your hands.
Oh my god. What's on the wood print?
Written on the top is Rex Pomeranian, 1:31 a.m. And it is Grandpa Rex when he was about 9 years old, shaved, bald, wearing loose fitting leather armor and carrying a quite normal sized warhammer.
So I think she kind of like looks at it, looks at him, looks back to him, and just,
Oh, you made a mistake.
It's part of the military requirements. It keeps the fleas and the ticks from clinging onto you.
I understand that, but. Oh, grandfather.
Rosabella once again amazed.
so I think she kind of like holds her hands back, like holds the print back, like offers it back to him.
He takes it and folds it up and puts it back in his pocket.
I prefer you a bit more like you are now.
Yeah, so do I. Hey, your grandmother actually preferred me with hair too. He without another word, like just expecting you to follow, he turns and walks towards the manor.
So I think as they're beginning to walk, Alexandria relaxes just a little bit because they are back on their turf. He has already said he's not angry. She has basically already gotten forgiven. And I think she just takes just a second and just,
You know the gardeners aren't going to be happy that you're climbing on their buildings again, correct?
Are you gonna tell him?
Oh no, I would never. I didn't even see you out here. You've been inside all day in your study.
Exactly. Neither am I. Let's go.
So with that, Alexandria will just kind of like look back towards like Rosabelle and Echo, kind of give a little wave, and then start following after him.
Yep. As you are walking on, it's a fairly long yard. So about a minute, 30 seconds in, he says, "You know, your diplomatic thing's not the best. Your subterfuge and your tactical planning, that's great though. So we're gonna have to put a little more diplomatic training into you. I mean, you did good, but
Her
you
ears
had
are
to bring
drooping.
in the big guns. You should be the big guns."
Of course, but if you approach anyone a bit too roughly and show all your cards at first, well, they'll know exactly what you're going to do.
Fair enough, fair enough. Of course, my solution has always been run in and hit 'em with a hammer. Not
And
exactly
that's
tactful.
not tactful, not diplomatic, and I would dare say more likely to end up in a battle than a conversation.
Hey, some of my best conversations have happened during battle.
Are we going to launch into another one of your stories?
Nah, it's late. I might do it tomorrow.
Right. Speaking of tomorrow,
And like as they're walking, she's kind of like shifting her weight just a little bit.
you know how recently we have taken in another family member?
Let me guess. You picked up a pet?
He's not necessarily a pet, more of a possible employee.
Alright, we'll have to talk to him tomorrow and figure out what's going on, but for the night, it's okay.
Thank you.
I like to imagine at that point you just hear the coughing from the bag again.
Yeah.
You know, we
Um,
could probably take him out of the bag now.
we could, but he was involved with certain things back at the resort. So I would prefer if we waited until we were inside. Besides, it can be a bit chilly for a pup.
And I think like that, like here's the thing. How does Rex feel about lockpicking and stealing? And what is that Alexandria aware of on that conversation topic?
He taught you how to pick locks.
Cool. So I think
He needs lessons. He is absolutely dreadful. I heard him a room away,
Ugh, that's horrible.
and he fell through the ceiling.
Now, any good thief knows you don't go through the ceiling. I mean, I'm not a thief myself. I'm more the head in type, but I've picked up a thing or two in my time. I've had to. I've learned you don't always break the lock off of a chest. That's why I learned how to lockpick. But I mean, I paid for your lessons, and I mean, if he's good enough to actually get a lock open in the Noble District, that's a different thing. But
Yeah,
every
well,
good
he
thief,
did.
every good thief knows you don't climb in the ceiling vents. They're not meant to hold weight.
They are not, even though he is quite small himself, and he then tried to walk out into the main area of the resort wearing his clothing, his regular clothing, with no badge. Immediately after,
And how old is this kid?
He's a pup.
Ah, that explains it then.
He has a lot to learn.
A lot, a lot. I'm gonna have to put him through the full training. Because what do I always say? You can't teach somebody how to be secure if you don't know how to break the security in the first place.
Hmm.
I thought that this was going to be one of your rants when it comes to you can't teach a dog how to wield an axe without giving him an axe.
Well, I mean that too, but I typically end up yelling in that one, and I don't exactly want to wake him up if he's as young as you say.
I would not place him much older than 6 months. Personally.
Well, I'll make some calls and see if we can get a tutor in for him.
Thank you. How have
This
things
makes
been?
Rosabella really happy.
Yeah, she is a baby.
It's not just that, it's just where he comes from. She relates to that.
Oh.
So she's just glad that there's a chance that he's getting that care.
So yeah, it's everybody kind of fears Rex, but in reality, he's a soft-hearted grandpa that just has everybody's better interests at heart. He just doesn't know how to get over the military gruffness.
No. And I'm sure Alexandria is
Rosabella,
aware of that.
Rosabella, I wanted to stay silent for a long period of time, and the only thing Rosabella would say is just, God, your grandfather is the coolest.
Yeah, if
But, like, there wasn't an opportunity for that, so she did speak.
yeah, if Rosabella ever says that around Rex, he would flex.
God. And I think
Like,
Alexandria just don't let it go to his head.
Rosabella, they might not have spoken that much, but Rosabella looks up to Rex so with intensity, just intensity.
Oh,
yeah. He is what she wanted to be when she grew up.
And you're getting there.
You are getting there.
She wants to make him proud.
God.
That's
As they're heading further in, I cannot remember that name of the dog from the that was his boss. The child, the baby.
yeah, Dodger.
Started with a D.
Yeah,
Dodger.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I for some reason I kept thinking like started with a B and I was like that is not right. So I think as they're walking, he's one of Dodger's gang. I'm sure you've read the news articles.
Oh yeah, I've heard about it. It's we don't really have much sway in the cat town.
We don't, but with a cat in the family, we might
He
be able to make some
kind of
connections.
stops and turns around to Alexandria. You do know that Cat Town is just a name for the slums, right?
She just looks at him with her big old puppy dog eyes. And just kind of like blinks a little bit and just, I have always assumed that it was a place for the cats.
It's
I
just
don't
Rosabella,
necessarily. I do
Rosabella
not.
just turns to Alexandria, like, looks at Alexandria and has the most, like, for a split second, the most judgmental face.
Don't look at me like that. I don't necessarily frequent areas like that.
alright. He actually pulls out a watch and looks at the time. It's actually rather late, and we're about to miss supper if we don't get in, so we might as well hurry up.
Who's home currently?
Let me see. Kane's here. He's been reading up on some of the more esoteric functions of diplomacy, and his friend Makoto's here. And, well, he stops and sighs and says, "The prissy one is here."
Which one is the prissy one?
Brianna. The one that would absolutely be a debutante.
Oh my god. Alexandria's ears perk up a little bit. Her tail wags a little bit before she kind of gets herself back under control and puts that like nice, polite, noble mask back on, and she's home.
Yeah, something about a break from college.
Oh. And with that, Alexandria she doesn't even wait for him to follow. She picks up her face.
Yep. As Alexandria's rushing off, he turns to Rosabella as she's just far enough out of earshot and says, "You know, you do a good job with her. Someday, remind me, and we can have a drink together." And then he just hurries up and walks off.
I like to imagine as he's walking off, you just hear in the distance, just, "Hurry up, grandfather. I know your legs can keep up."
Yeah,
Bella's
yeah,
tail
yeah.
is just wagging so hard right now.
And with that, we will call it for the night.